right, everybody, welcome back to Mist Survival, and welcome back to home base. Scott just took a load off, kick his feet up. It feels good to be back. We've had a pretty crazy couple of days in which we've discovered a lot of new locations. We've discovered a lot of new things, weapons, people, other survivors, variants of the infected. It's just been a whirlwind. And so I wanted to take the past couple of days to just tend to our base, give it a little bit of extra TLC. And I don't know if you guys can notice, but there's some extra lighting coming in, which is super nice at being able to see everything. But yeah, I feel like I've kind of just been abandoning the base a little bit. We've been going off and exploring everything that there is to see, but I haven't really tended to the base, and so I haven't really progressed it much in the sense of getting it more fortified, just adding things to it. So I think that's what we're going to spend a good chunk of today's episode doing. So aside from the lights, which I'm going to show you guys what we made these little floodlights. I just made 2 of them, and I'm probably going to make more. So I'll show you guys what that building process looks like here in a little bit. But these obviously give off a ton of light, which is super nice. And if you guys can see, we can rotate, which I think is so cool, where the light shines. So if we want it in a more immediate area, sorry, Leo, don't get blinded. We can shine it straight down, or, you know, we can lift it up, a more project light onto a surface, like maybe our walls once we get some outside of our base. But for right now, I just want to light up the immediate area. So we've got 2 of those running, which are obviously connected to the generator, which if this is the first time you're watching and you don't know how the generators work, if you press Y, that enables the range, so you can see exactly how far your electronics will work, which luckily for us, I mean, I didn't even plan this, but is literally up to the wall. So we may have an issue putting lights outside of camp, but if we have to build another generator, we'll do that. But the other thing I did was I moved the trailer over here, and I think it looks 10 times better next to the blacksmith forge than it did over here. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do here in a second. But I was inspired when we went into the tunnel and saw one of these things completely decked out with like a bed and some cabinets. Originally I was just putting extra parts in here, which I'll leave in here for right now, but I kind of want to do the same thing with this trailer and kind of turn it into an extra bed for in case we get another survivor to come back to base with us. But as of right now, it's empty, but that's kind of what the plan is for right now. And then lastly, I did put up a couple extra of those like wall sconces that use the glass bottles. So just put a couple extra around here. But what I want to do next, or the next addition I want to add to my base, is I want to build something. I've been itching to get my tools dirty and to get my hands dirty and to actually craft something. And we haven't really done a ton of straightforward like crafting in Mist Survival yet. And so what I want to do is I want to make, where was it? I want to make a tree house. I want to make a big old tree house like this one, not one of these small dinky ones. I want to make the big one. And I want to put it right on this tree. And yes, I know we live in a Firewatch tower. We've already got the height advantage. I just want one because I think it looks cool. And if Scott decides he wants to move, he was the first survivor to join our camp, so he's going to get first dibs. So what I want to do is I want to put it on this tree, and I think it's going to look really, really nice and really, really solid. We got to make sure that the ladder faces out the correct way, which I think it does. Like, you guys can't tell me that doesn't look cool. I still have the bigger tower than Scott if he decides to move in here, but I don't know. I mean, even if he decides he doesn't want to live here, we can use it to put extra things like lockers. Maybe we could get a couple extra fridges in here. Maybe this could turn into like our food and water shed. We could put the purifier in here. I know that we'll find use for it, and so I just want to build it. So let's take a look and see what it's going to cost to build. We're going to need some logs, which will not be an issue to find. I think we've already got the planks. I know we already have the lashing, and we're going to have to make some extra nails. So let's take a look. I've been trying to keep all... Ooh, a little spin move, Scott. I've been trying to keep all my components and stuff for building in here. We did use a few components to make those floodlights as well as the scrap, but I think we just need components and metal scrap maybe to make... I don't know. I'm just going to grab all of it. I know I got nails. I got 6 nails in here. We have plenty of planks. I think that's actually 24 exactly, is it not? So let me see how we can make... Is it... I can't remember if it was here. No, I think it was the workbench. All right, let's run up there real quick. Okay, so to make nails, we need 1 component and 1 metal scrap. So, I mean, yeah, we need to make 32. I think we've already got 6, but it's okay. We'll just have some extra. No big deal. We're going to work right through the night. I may want to look into getting some sleep. I really just wanted to show you guys what the base looked like all lit up. But you know what? I think I'm going to get some sleep because my hunger and thirst aren't doing terrible, but my health is going to start to go down if the fatigue gets to 0. So let me shut off the generator real quick, and then I'm going to run back upstairs, get some sleep, and I'll check back in with you guys first thing in the morning. All right. Good morning. How are we doing on our vitals? Yeah, see, that was definitely worth it. I hate going to sleep. Like, I hate working through the night, like all the way through the night, not just working through like, 10 or 11 p.m. but working all the way through the night and then being completely exhausted first thing in the morning, because then you have to sleep to get your stamina and fatigue up. And I don't want to do that at 8 o'clock in the morning. Once 8 o'clock hits, I want to get my day going and I want to get started. But we made our nails, correct? Yes. So we got our nails. Let's go ahead and add those in there. We need a hammer and a saw. Should have known that. Also, actually, you know what? I'm not going to talk about it. Let's get in here. Where are our tools? Hammer, and a saw. Got it. This is going to look so good. And again, I know a couple of you have asked me if I'm going to build this wall perimeter all the way around. And my answer to that question is I really, really want to, but it is very difficult to find components and scrap enough to make the wall. I'm going to show you guys really quick, just so you know I'm not lying. But you need quite a bit of nails, and to make nails, as you guys just saw, you need components and scrap. And you guys also just saw what my reserves look like, and that's after having looted almost the entirety of this map. So I think it would be possible for sure, but it would be a grind and it would take a lot of time outside of hours of what you guys see that I just don't have. And so I'm not saying it's off the table completely. It may have to be one of those things where I build one little section of the wall at a time. But yeah, I do feel pretty safe. And again, building big structures like this to fluff the base make me feel good. But enough yapping. Let's go ahead and get the nails in here. Actually, we're going to put the planks in first, it looks like. We're cooking through daylight, but that's okay. It's only 8:30, so we didn't waste a ton of time. I forgot to grab the lashing up there. Let me grab that. And then we are going to probably have to chop down some logs. I think I've only got like 2 or 3 right now in my log holder, so not a big deal. And that actually brings me to another thing is, where did I have that lashing? Here we go. I want to repair my chainsaw. I want to see what it costs to repair that, because not only do I need logs for this thing, but I just want to refill my entire reserve here. And the chainsaw cuts through trees in seconds. But let's get the lashing in here, and then we will get the logs, and we will officially have a tree house, which I'm really, really excited to see how it looks after we're done building it. All right, let's take a look and see what the chainsaw costs to repair. Unfortunately, it's at 0, so it's going to be as expensive as it possibly can be. Okay, so we need... Oh, wow. So we only need 1 component, 1 blade, or 1, what do you call that, chain, and then we need some screws. Okay, wait, we can do that. We just need some more. All right, let me go do that real quick. Ooh, we got 1 chain left. Okay, I think I only grabbed 1. I don't know that I've found a ton. I think that is something you can craft, though. So for whatever reasons, we need another one down the road, which I'm sure we will. We will just have to craft it. But let's go ahead and repair this chainsaw. We got everything we need. Repair item, 20 minutes. Proceed. We're going to need to grab some gas to put in. Ooh, 100%. I'd love to see that. All right. Looks like we're dehydrated, so we need to get some liquids in us. That's the other thing, is we're kind of running a little bit low on our stash of white monsters and Coca-Colas. And quite honestly, guys, we probably have kidney stones at this point, because we've not drank just straight up water in almost 32 days of living in the apocalypse. So one thing I want to do for sure is make a DIY water purifier, which I think is full of stuff that we already have. So once we make the treehouse, maybe we'll pop it up there. But yeah, we definitely need to get some pure H2O in our system. But right now, I'm just going to pop a squat. I'm going to sit by the fire, and I'm going to go ahead and enjoy a couple nice crispy cold Coca-Colas. Get the day started right with some caffeine. I'm really liking how all of this is coming together, though, and I do want to talk really quickly about all of the stuff that Myst Survival has had to offer. I know some of you in the comments have been very surprised about the amount of content and just backstory and lore and quest items and just things that you can do, because the last time you guys played, it sounds like was a while ago, when there wasn't much added to the game. And I want to let you guys know that I'm in the exact same boat as you are. I think the last time I played this game was 2023. And you know, there were basic things, like everything you could build was pretty much the same. The map was entirely different, though. So all of this stuff, all the new POIs have been completely new to me. And there was just no like quest items. I think survivors had just been introduced, so you could like rescue them and bring them back to base. But aside from that, that's pretty much all it was. They didn't have quests. They didn't have new items that you could get. And so basically my whole point in saying all this is that all of this has been an extremely new experience for me. And it's cool that it's been new for me and also new for you guys. And I'm happy to kind of walk through everything that's been added to this game, because there's so much, and I'm absolutely having a blast with it. I think, unfortunately, as far as like content goes, we're running out of some of the newer things to see. But just the fact that there's been almost 15, episodes, I'm sure is about how long the series will be, is crazy to me, because I didn't see it going past like 7 or 8. And speaking of new content, I do want to go over some of the things that we have not yet explored. We still have this area over here through the tunnel, which I don't think we're going to get to today, but we absolutely will. There's a few other things back there that we can look through and explore. And then this is what we may get to at the end of today's episode once we are done giving some love and care to our base, is visiting the personal space. And then this area over here, I think one of these areas has got to be the camp or the survivor camp that I keep hearing so much about. And I want to see that if James has gone back, if we can talk to him, maybe talk a little bit more about his backstory and get to know some of the other survivors that maybe hold up there and trade for stuff. So we'll take a little suitcase full of things that we can maybe trade and see what is up with that camp. First things first, though, let's go ahead and add some fuel to our chainsaw. 100% looks like, and then get this thing started. Nope, F. It always says start your engine with F, but it's K. It's always K. All right. Now this thing, obviously, as you guys would know, cooks gas when you're not even using it. So we got to be sure that we're hitting as many trees as close by as possible. But I mean, just look how quickly these trees come down. I mean, it's not even funny. I could clear out this entire area in probably 2 minutes if I wanted to. And I know we only need a couple logs, but I am probably going to take down a lot of these trees just because I don't like them being in the way. I like being able to see bears if they're around the area. It's just nice being able to see around the entirety of my base. One thing that I will say that has changed since the last time I played that I can no longer do, at least I'm not seeing an option to, is assigning tasks to survivors. I remember when you used to rescue Scott to break immersion, you used to be able to like have him go pick things up like logs. You could give him an axe. He would actively come out here, chop trees down while you were off doing other things, and then bring the logs back to base. And so it was super nice as a passive way of resource gathering, but now I don't think you can do that. And quite honestly, he's more useful to me doing stuff like that than he is as a gun. Because he's not very accurate and he kind of is just in the way most of the time. But yeah, it would be nice if they added that element back in, and maybe it is here and I'm missing it. So if so, let me know in the comments, but it will be very helpful for sure. All right, got some logs. Let's pop them in here real quick. I need my tools. Of course I do. I don't know why I put those back. I was too busy yapping, too busy talking. All right, let's get these in here. Oh my goodness. It is beautiful. Looks very rugged. It doesn't look the most stable, but it's okay because we're not going to be living in it. Let's put the rest of the logs in here. But you know what? I can't complain. I think this looks great. Let's pop up here and see what it looks like. Ooh, I love it. I might have to cut. I'm going to cut this tree down because it's a little bit in the way. And I wonder what would happen. I mean, I'm not going to do it, but just out of curiosity, I wonder what would happen if you like sawed this tree down. Would the base stay? Because it looks like it's stable just the way it is, but I don't know. I'm not going to do it though. We can walk around the branches. The branches don't seem to bother us, but I am going to take down this other little skinny tree. Slide down. I feel like a fireman. Oh yeah, I forgot I put one of the lights down here, so let's go ahead and take that off first. Get the chainsaw back out, chop it down. I swear, if this destroys the whole thing, I'm going to be extremely upset. I don't see why it would, but maybe I should say it first. All right, start it up. Let's get this tree down here. Ooh, okay, good. So yeah, do you guys know what I'm talking about though? Like, I mean, I'm not going to, but if I took this tree down, I mean, ignore the fact that the legs are hanging off the edge there, but I don't know. It wouldn't be a treehouse, obviously, without it. So, all right, well, that's down and that is put up. Let's go ahead and actually throw that light that we just took down back up there. Let's see, where do we want to put that? I kind of like it just outside on the front. And I really love that you can put these things damn near anywhere you want to. It's really, really nice, actually. Not having to be like super specific with where you put things. I mean, does it make the most sense? No, not really. But I guess in a roundabout way, you could probably hammer some stuff there to keep it in place on the side of a little treehouse. But it looks good. And I like the way that everything is coming together as far as the lights around our base. Oop, I should probably shut that. But I think what I'm going to do really quick is that's going to bother me. So I think I'm going to go ahead and collect all the logs and refill this little stash. And then I will check back in with you guys in just a minute. I lied to you guys again. I'm actually going to I'm going to make a log cart. Because that seems a lot more conducive, and I also want to see what it looks like. We could make a basic cart, but I think I'm going to make this. I've got the logs, I've got the nails. I just need to make some planks real quick. And I want to see. That looks like it can carry up to 15 wood logs, which allows you to transport logs to your base without carrying. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's go ahead and make some planks. It's been a while since I've showed you guys what the control saw thing looks like. How many can we take? 5? I always forget. Okay, yeah, I can do 5. So. Start engine. I'm not going to skip ahead here. So let's go ahead and do that. And then what else did we need? We got the nails. We got the logs. we're going to have the planks. Let me grab a couple logs just in case. I know this episode already is not going to be super explorative and as much of an adventure as the past few have been, which I think is fine. I know I've been thinking about kind of just this Myst Survival Let's Play series. And, you know, obviously I want to sink my teeth into all the new things that this game has to offer. But at the end of the day, I mean, if I wasn't recording these videos and I was just playing them as it was, the majority of my time would be spent making my base large, you know, crafting things and just building things to make my base as much of a home as I possibly can. And so I feel like I have kind of gotten away from that a little bit, just to be fully transparent with you guys. And so I do want to kind of get back into that. But I don't know. I always get in my head that I think, okay, well, if I just spend all my time around the base and building things, like that's not going to be as exciting for you guys to watch. But I guess let me know what you guys want to see. If you guys want to see more of the construction side and like the base building aspect of this game, more than happy to do that. But if you'd rather me just jump right into all the new stuff, go to all the new locations, I'm happy to do that as well. But let's go ahead and build this log cart. Let's just place it right here. We got all the wooden planks that we could possibly want. I think we have the nails with this, right? Uh-oh. Ooh, it just started raining. I thought the mist was coming in. Let's just go ahead and close these just to be safe. Anytime we're spending time building things, obviously we're kind of stuck and we can't do much, so don't want to get caught in the mist. All right, I guess I didn't have the nails with me, so I just went and grabbed those, but let's pop those in there. One left. We just need... Ooh-wee. Is the generator on? I don't think the generator's on. Hold on. I probably turned it off in the morning, which, you know, makes sense. Okay, we don't really need it on, I guess, but we're going to have it on. And we need 2 logs, which is exactly what we got. Ooh, okay. Very nice. Very cool. So what does that look like carrying? Mount car. Okay, we go in front of it. Ooh, I actually love that. Can I open things with this? Or while I'm... No. Oh, I can. Okay. Okay, so you stop, but... All right, nice. Make sure there's no bears. They wouldn't want to be out here in this weather. I can sprint too. I wonder if that's something that changes with the more logs that we add to it. But all right, let's put this thing down and start loading up some logs in here. All right, I think that might be the max. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, that is the max. So let's go ahead and take this back. That was absolutely worth the resources though. That would have taken me twice the amount of time if I didn't have this cart with me. So Leo, come on inside, buddy. Let's go ahead and close these doors and get these loaded in to our log holder. Another thing I'm going to do real quick before the weather gets too nasty is I'm going to cut down these stumps because you guys told me that if I don't, the trees will come back. And we don't want that. So we're going to go ahead and chop these down. They're just little nubbins, but I don't want these trees to come back. I want to leave this area open. So we're going to go ahead and chop all these down. I want to get back into base. This is just so like, I've said it a million times and I'll probably continue saying it, but just the weather elements in this game when it rains is some of the best that I've seen, honestly, in a game that I've played. As far as it feeling immersive, this game takes the cake. Just the lighting, like, it's so good. I wish the rest of this game was as polished as it is when it's raining like this. All right, we're going to go ahead and park the cart right here, keep it around all the other wood-making things. But, yeah, we're pretty stocked up, which makes me feel good. What do I want to do next? I said I wanted to make the water purifier. So we're going to need a bucket. We're going to need some scrap, some stones, and some firewood. May have to look into chopping up some firewood, but I'm pretty sure we have everything else. So let's go ahead and grab some of those resources real quick. Put the nails... Where did I have the nails at? Not a whole lot of rhyme or reason. I'll eat these blueberries. Why not? Little midday snack. I forgot my hunger was looking pretty bad. Let me run upstairs and grab some food real quick. Actually, you know what? We got some tomato sauce cans in here. Let's go ahead and just eat these. Just get absolutely rained on. It's okay. We're going to be outside for a lot of stuff today. It's not going to hurt us getting a little bit wet. Actually, you know what? I want to see what it's like for Scott again. So I'm going to go grab this last tomato sauce can. Scott, what's up, dude? Don't mind me. Oh, the rain just stopped. Or did it? Oh, it's kind of slowing down. That's not as fun. I wanted to come in here to see what it was like for Scott to be nestled in his cozy little corner. In his little tent, eating some food. But now the rain stopped and it's not immersive and cozy anymore. But now we're just being a weirdo. Eating food in Scott's tent. All right, well, the sun's out, which I guess is nice. I'm sorry, Scott. We got the tree made. We want to make the water purifier. So let me go ahead and grab all the components that we need to make that. And then, like I said, if we can put it up here in the treehouse, I think that would be the best way to go about it. Just to give it some air, give the treehouse some use or utility. But let's go ahead and do that real quick, and I'll check back with you guys in just a second. All right, we got all the components we need to make that. The only thing that I don't have is some firewood. So if I can't grab it out of the little fire pit over here, which I don't think I can because I think I let it burn last time we were over here. Yeah, we got a lot of charcoal there though. It's all right. We're just going to go ahead and chop down some of the logs that we have over here. Looks like we got a couple here just waiting for us. Can we get firewood from... make wooden planks? I forget. Hold on. I forget what happens if we just... Nope, it is firewood. Okay, perfect. I couldn't remember if doing that would turn it into planks or if that was going to make firewood. But thankfully, it made firewood. So we've got some other ones over here. Chop, chop, chop. We should honestly probably be stocking up on this. And I don't know if there's... I know there's a log holder, obviously, because we've made one. But I don't know if there's a firewood holder. It would be kind of nice to have that. Just keep that by our campfire. But that way we always have some extra firewood whenever we need it. Because I'm probably going to start using that campfire a lot more. I know I talked last episode about maybe doing a hunting episode. That might kind of turn into this one. These chickens are starting to annoy me. Thankfully, the bears have not been a problem today. But there's plenty of chickens walking around that we could grill up and put in our new fridge. So I think that might be something we do after we make the water purifier. And I still do want to go visit this area of the map over here. Oh yeah, where is that? Over here, the personal space. I don't really know what that means. Hopefully it's not somebody else's personal space, but we're going to be exploring it for sure. All right, we got everything we need. Let's go ahead and head up here and build our water purifier. It may be a little bit of a pain in the ass having to come up here every time, but I think it's okay. And like I said, I want to give this area some utility because realistically, Scott's probably not going to use it. He's pretty set up in his little camp down there, which is fine. But I'd like to get some utility out of it if I possibly can. So let's have this nice and flush against the corner here. Start building it. Maybe this already has the built-in fire since we needed to collect firewood, which makes sense. But we'll need to put some in, I'm assuming. Ooh. Okay, so what does this look like? We need matches. We're going to need tree bark. And we're going to need firewood. Okay, so I figured we'd need firewood. As long as we keep this stuff filled, I think we can put a bottle of dirty water or a container, like those white containers that I showed you guys earlier in the last episode. I think we can put one of those in here, give it, and then we will put a bucket here, and then we should be able to get the clean water from it. I'm assuming is how that works. I'm not sure. Are there any areas that we could grab like dirty water from? I don't remember if there is or not. Let me see if I have any back in camp. Okay, wait, no. So we have a canister with 7.2, and that would be, hold on, did it say dirty? No, it said safe. Okay. Well, I guess just drink it till it's enough. Maybe we need to go find, maybe we should go down to the lake and fill up all the canisters that we have. I'm going crazy on that bottle, by the way. Maybe we should just take these canisters that we have. Where'd they go? Fill all of these up and test our little theory here. Because I do want to test this right now and see if that's how that works. But we're going to do hunting as we do that. So we're going to hunt around this area. We're going to take the car. We're going to go through the community because I know that there are a bunch of deer walking around there. And I'd like to take some deer with me too. So we're going to do all that on the way to the big lake where we can get water. And when we come back to base, we will have plenty of food and plenty of water. Everything's going to be gravy. So how much time do we got? We got a few hours before things start getting dark, which I think is just enough time. Okay, I shut off the generator because I don't want to waste gas. And I think we're going to go ahead and just hunt some chickens around the immediate area first. I see them. Oh, and I hear them too. And I also want to get some more practice with my bow. It's been a while since we used it. We've been relying on the flamethrower pretty heavily. Ooh, still got it though. There's one down. Where's the other one? I know I heard a rooster somewhere. Ooh, 2 down. Very nice. I hear more. Where are you at, guys? There's another one walking. 3 down. All right, never mind. Enough talk about me being rusty. I still got it. I still got it. Granted, they're not very large targets, and they're not moving a ton, but 4 down. Okay. Can I just pick up the carcass? I do like the fact that I can just pick the carcasses up. I don't need to butcher the chickens right there, but I want to make sure I get all my arrows back. Okay, guys, I heard a ton of noise, and look at this. Look how many chickens are down here. This is pandemonium. Look at all the roosters. Oh my goodness, no wonder we haven't been getting much sleep. This is like a breeding ground for them all. You know, I do want to make like a pen chicken coop, but for the most part, they've obviously not been difficult to find, so I'm wondering if I even need to do that. This feels like shooting a fish in a barrel, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? It is the apocalypse. All right, I think we're gonna be good on chicken for a while. We're gonna have our protein intake high for the next couple weeks. You know what? But that's fine though. Look at all these arrows. I must have missed some of these, or I don't know what's going on. But I think what I want to do now is head back up, grab the truck, and we're going to take it into community because I want some deer meat. I don't think I've hunted a deer and cooked the meat yet. And so I want to do that. I say that as I'm absolutely brutally murdering these chickens. It's just so easy. It's so hard not to. They make it so easy. Anyway, sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest all these guys, get the truck, and then we're gonna head towards the community and get some deer meat. I actually decided to leave the generator running because I keep forgetting that as long as we put things in the fridge, we obviously need the generator running so that the fridge stays cold and everything is fresh in there. So we have a shitload of chickens to put in here. So I don't know if that's how this works, or maybe you need to butcher them first before you can put them in here. I guess we'll keep a tally on it. We're not gonna be gone that long. Maybe I should have gotten the big fridge. I mean, there's still definitely time to make that. I'm going to go ahead and hang on to this one, I guess, since we're full over here. We'll harvest it and give some food to Leo. But yeah, I'm going to hang on to these water bottles too. I'm going to take as much water with me, or receptacles for water, as I possibly can. But the sun is starting to go down a little bit, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and hop in the truck and head towards community. Well, we just drove past some more chickens that that avoided the slaughter. And now I see some bears roaming around too. So if there's enough daylight on our way back from the community, maybe we take some of those guys down too. And I think I will have to probably make the large fridge. I didn't think I was going to have to just because we've been finding so much food, but you know, it makes sense for us to do some more hunting now that our base is a little bit more established. We've found some more resources, and for the most part, we've exhausted pretty much every house and business that is around this area that could potentially have food. So we're gonna have to rely a lot on our own hunting skills, which means that we're gonna have to stockpile a lot, which also means we're gonna have to probably do some things like make jerky, which is gonna require the drying rack, I think, and just build a bigger fridge for some of the more fresh food. I don't know if we can give Leo jerky. I think it has to be raw meat, in which case we're gonna need to store all that fresh food so that Leo doesn't starve, because that is not happening on my watch. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop the car about here. I probably could have stopped it at the entrance of town, but I felt like deer were pretty active around this area last time I was here. So I'm kind of just surveying, seeing if I see any movement in the trees. They were mostly in the community, which was kind of surprising. But again, it's the apocalypse. Everything's overgrown. You know, for the most part, nature has kind of reclaimed its home, which is everything. And so that includes the wildlife feeling a lot more comfortable going in areas where humans once were, and not feeling threatened for the first time in God knows how many years. But not seeing much yet. I know to come back here too if I decide I do want to start farming and planting and stuff like that. I see movement. You guys see that right between the trees? See if I can hit the shot from over here. Deer down. Wow, that felt really good. You guys probably didn't even catch that. I could barely even see it. I don't know where that arrow came from. All right. Oh, I forgot to bring a knife, but you know what? That's okay. We can pick it up and put it in the back of the truck. Thank you, dear. Sorry for your loss of life, but you will absolutely be utilized. You are going to provide food for me and my dog for a good amount of time to come. Say thank you, Leo. Okay. Wasn't even thinking about bringing the knife with me so I'd be able to butcher these things, but let's go ahead and just put this one in the back of the truck. You're going to go there, close the hatch. See if we can't get another one. I would like to get at least 2. I'd like to come back to base with at least 2 deer if possible. Barely caught the movement of the other one. That's why I'm stopping and just kind of scanning. I'm not going to probably have time for it in this episode, but another thing that I want to do is go back to that fishing cabin and do some fishing too. I have no idea what kind of seafood we can get, but wouldn't mind testing that out because that sounds like it'd be a nice change of pace from chicken and deer and bear meat. But I wonder if Leo eats fish. I'm sure he would. All right, well, I've kind of scouted around the area. I haven't seen any movement, so I think we may have to just be okay with the one deer that we caught, which is fine. I wasn't even fully anticipating seeing one here, so I'm thankful that we caught one lacking in the middle of the village here. But I think, oh, spoke too soon. Oh, got you just before you could get up from your nap. Oh my goodness, talk about timing. You were sleeping. You weren't moving. That's why I didn't see you. Rest in peace. Again, thank you very much. We will use you. All right, let's go ahead and get this deer carcass in here with the other one. Strap you down here. All right. And before the sun goes completely down, we need to run over and grab some water from the lake because I forgot that that was something that I wanted to do. So let me make sure I'm going the right way. Okay, yep, we're heading right towards it. So collect some water, then we bring the food and the water back to base. We'll get the lights on our base on, purify some water, and cook some meat. And then we should be set up for the next couple of days. So let's see what this looks like. I want to be able to enter in an area that I can get out of easily. So let's put this away. Can I carry? No. Fill the bottle, unsafe water. Ooh. Okay. So these hold 2.5 liters. I mean, that's not bad. That's a good amount of water. That would last us for a decent amount of time. What, almost 8 liters of water, right? 2, 4, 6, 7, yeah, 7.5. Plus all these little water bottles, which hold almost a liter. So yeah, we're going to be looking good. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but the unsafe water has like a greenish tint to it. That's super cool. If it's got clean water in it, which is what has mostly been found in these bottles that we come across, it's like a nice crystal blue color. So that's really cool, actually. But all right, we got all of our water filled up. Oh God, it's dark. Oh boy. All right, Leo, let's get back to the truck. I was worried about it getting super dark, but hopefully it's not pitch black before we get back to camp. It's just a lot harder to drive when you can't see anything that you're doing. I'm bringing you guys back in right now because I want you guys to see how difficult it is to see where I'm going. Okay. Looks like Scott got the generator up and running for us while we were gone. Our base looks so cool lit up like that at night with the doors open. I'm not a big fan that Scott left the doors open, but yeah, it looks really, really good all lit up like this. So, okay, Scott, you're bringing the hunt to me? What's going on here? I don't like that. I don't like that at all, Scott. Feels cheap. Oh, it's terrifying. The bear is literally almost as tall as my car. You're probably going to run away. 1 between the eyes, 2 between the eyes. Oh, I just blinded that bear. I'm sorry. Not really. R.I.P. Bozo. Where's all your bear friends? Well, that's actually really convenient because it's way too dark to actually do some real hunting. I'm going to close the doors. Just looking off into the night like that is terrifying. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and butcher all of these animals that we have here, which is a lot. What was that sound? Wait, what was that sound? That was weird. That sounded like somebody stretching. I hated that, actually. That just gave me the goosebumps. It was like the sound of somebody like stretching something, like cloth or like tearing fabric. Weird. Anyway, what I was saying was we're going to go ahead and butcher all of these animals. Oh, I was pulling back the drawstring on accident on my bow. That's why. Okay. It scared the hell out of me. But we're going to butcher all these animals, and I should probably get a knife, right? Where are all my tools at? All right, knife out. Let's get to butchering. 95% fresh. How long is it? So the more stuff that we butcher, the longer it's going to take. It's going to take like 3 hours. I'm going to hold off on this stuff for the deer. I am going to use it for the bear, but this will take about an hour. I mean, this is going to take the majority of our night, which is totally fine. We just get so much food, which is so nice. Ooh, I just heard the music kick on, which means the mist is rolling in. But look how fast the freshness is ticking down. I mean, you know, you don't really have a lot of time between killing something and then butchering it and doing something immediately with the meat before it starts to go bad. Oh, I almost should have just made the big fridge first. Let me see actually really quick before I butcher, because I'm running out of inventory space. I wonder if I have the resources I need to make the big fridge. And if so, I'll just pop it right next to this one for right now. But let us see. I think that was just the crafting, right? Fridge, yeah. All right, I have all these things. It's going to be pretty expensive, but I think it's going to be worth it. So let me grab all that stuff real quick, and then I'll check back in with you guys once we're ready to build it. All right, I got all the resources I need to make that fridge. Now, we talked about utility earlier with this treehouse. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the new fridge up here, because I want to leave the one that we have in my base, and we're going to get some utility out of this treehouse. We're not going to just have this be a pretty little thing in our camp that looks nice. So got everything we need for the big one. Everything should reach just where we want it to. We're going to put it snug over here. Make sure it's absolutely perfect. Right there. Bam. Build it. We're starving. That's totally fine. It's going to take a couple hours, but we're going to be able to put every single ounce of our food in here, which is going to be super nice. All right, well, we officially got all of our meat moved in here. So I think what else we're going to do is we're going to grab some more meat, maybe harvest some of the chickens. So it's a little bit gross, and I apologize in advance if any of you are squeamish, but I think we're going to have to harvest some of the chickens up here on our base. So let's just go ahead and get these guys out one by one. We're going to harvest away. Probably didn't need to kill all these guys. Oh, good God, it's a bloodbath. I just realized that Oh, we're hungry and thirsty and super tired. That's not good. I forgot that you can just harvest the chickens in your inventory. You don't have to put them on the ground like the rest of the animals. So sorry to expose you guys to that bloodbath. Oh, I forgot. You put the chicken in there first. Okay. So we're going to get small animal meat. Man, we have a lot of stuff. I think what I might do is I might just put the chickens. I'll harvest this one up, but yeah, I'm not going to have room for any of this stuff. Oh my God. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken carcasses rather, in the fridge, and then we'll harvest them when we're ready or we have the space to do so, or we just start running out of the other food that we've already made. But right now, we're looking good. We're looking really, really good on food. So let's go ahead and just throw these guys in here. We'll revisit them. We're basically just going to stick them in the freezer until we're ready to use them down the road. Come here, Leo. I got some food for you. You get the odd piece of meat that's in my inventory. I know it's a little bit later than what you're used to eating, but go ahead and eat this animal meat. I don't know if this is the deer or the bear, but it's all for you. All right, next what we're going to do is we need to eat desperately. We're going to put some food on the grill stand. We got, what, one here? Okay. Firewood. We got firewood. There we go. We need to get some food desperately. We are not looking good. I think while we're doing that, I know I have all the water I need to purify, but not sure I had time for that, and this is really bad. I'm starting to lose my vision. My focus is starting to go. Do we have just one Coke left? Shoot. I think we're completely out. Canned fruit it is. It's got a little bit of liquids. It's not the best, but it's better than nothing. Let's see how that meat's doing down here. See if we're ready to chomp down on some bear meat yet. Oh, I probably burned it. Shoot, I wasn't even thinking. Burn. Okay, well, is it a big deal if we burn it? I mean, is it that huge of a deal? I can't imagine it would be. Let's go ahead and eat it and see what happens. I still don't know how we got food poisoning the other day. That made no sense to me because we hadn't really eaten anything other than, I think we drank a Coca-Cola in the school. Maybe had a chocolate bar, but we somehow got food poisoning. So maybe some of the food that we find around the apocalypse isn't as fresh as we think it is. All right, I'm going to take the tinder out of here and I'm going to take the matches. We got firewood. Well, it's cooked already, but I'm trying to remember what else we needed for the water purification to work. Get that out, start chopping. Scott just does not sleep, man. He is grinding, and I can appreciate it. I absolutely can appreciate it. That gave us 4. I feel like the wood burns pretty quickly, unfortunately. So I don't know if it's one of those things where we're gonna have to keep chopping down logs. I kind of wish we got a little bit more than 4 pieces of firewood from these logs. Like, I feel like 7 or 8 is a more accurate number based on the size of the log, but that's probably just me being too picky. Ooh, maybe I should have left one of these empty so that we could use it as a receptacle. Or no, I guess when we empty this one, we can just pop it down here. Never mind, I'm stupid. Okay. 2.5. So we've given this oh. Ooh, okay, that looks kind of cool. So this is going to be a very slow process. This is by no means a fast thing, which, of course, obviously makes sense. Purifying water is not a fast task. So this is going to have to be something that happens kind of in the background while we're doing stuff. Well, that's going to take a while to cook through, which is totally fine. But how are we looking on time? What time is it? Oh, it's 4:30. Oh, my God. We have been absolutely cooking tonight. I think, honestly, guys, this might be a good spot to end it. I know I talked about maybe going up here and checking out where Carol's camp is, but I think I'm a little bit out of time for doing all that. We still have this whole section to explore, which I definitely want to do and we will do, but it might have to happen in part 13. But honestly, guys, I feel really good about where we're at and what we've done with the base. We got the treehouse built, which looks absolutely amazing, and we're actually utilizing it and putting things in here, so it's not just a pretty addition to our camp. But we got more lights put up around here. We got the trailer moved. We did a ton of hunting. So now we are stocked up on food. Leo and I and Scott are going to be eating good for the next couple weeks. And now we're going to be having some clean water, and we can probably flush away some of those kidney stones that we have got since we started living in the apocalypse. But yeah, this feels like a really good spot to end things. And this base is feeling like a very, very comfortable and safe and functional home in the apocalypse, which makes me feel really good considering what we started with, which was literally nothing. But if there's more stuff you guys want to see me build around base, definitely let me know. I think you can build like a garage. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff that you can build that I know I haven't dove into, like this. I mean, this is all pretty basic and not super advanced, but you know, there's other things that we can build. So if you want to see me build something specific, let me know down in the comments. And like I said, in the next episode, we will come up here and explore this area. But right now we are just not looking good. Our fatigue is, we're drained, guys. We need to get some sleep and put away some of our stuff and just regroup and get back at it in the next one. But that is going to do it for part 13 of Mist Survival. So as always, if you guys are enjoying the series, give a thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we will get back at it in the next one. So thank you all so much for being here. I cannot wait to see you in the next one. But until then, just survive.